All right, welcome to another DG beer review. And looking into my vast archives of beer reviews over the years, I have only reviewed one beer from Anchor Brewing Company in San Francisco, California. And it wasn't the beer that I thought I would reviewed. I apparently reviewed Anchor Porter like 7 or 8 years ago, and I can't find a review for the regular Anchor steam beer, the one that made the brewery famous. So one of these days I'll do that. However, we do have another offering from Anchor Steam. This is or Anchor Brewing Company, I should say. This is their Our Special Ale. This is the 2019 version. It changes every single year. The recipe changes. They've been brewing this Christmas ale since 1975. So this is the 45th anniversary of this particular beer. It's ranked number 71 on Beer Advocate in the style. Of course, the style being Winter Warmer, which we've done a few of these as I'm working my way through this case. Anchor Steam. So we visited this brewery back, I guess, in 2011, 2012, when I reviewed the one beer that I've reviewed. And a couple changes happened since then. In 2013, Anchor Lager, which was a recreation of a historic Boca brewing lager from the 1870s, that was introduced. Looking forward to doing that style, or that beer, one of these days, maybe. Can't really find Anchor beers very often around here, other than Anchor Steam. The brewery announced a major expansion plan at Pier 48 in the Mission Rock neighborhood near Oracle Park, which is where the San Francisco Giants play, so they expanded their operations. And in 2014, they brewed their first IPA. When you're thinking of a brewery brewing their first IPA, you're thinking, a little late on the ball there. But it's a different kind of brewery, of course. They replaced its winter seasonal Bock with a winter wheat beer. This was in 2014 again. And just last year in 2019, workers actually voted almost 2-1 to join the International Longshoremen and Warehousing Union, which made Anchor Brewing the first unionized craft brewery in the United States. Quite a historic landmark right there. So as far as this particular beer, there you see the label. So every year the label is different. Most notably, the tree is different. It says the recipe the recipe and the hand-drawn tree change every year. So this year's tree is a Western Arbovitae, tree of life, an evergreen conifer native to Northern California. It's a nice full tree right there, right? Since ancient times, trees have symbolized the winter solstice when the earth with its seasons appears born anew. Now, the one thing they do not do is divulge the details. They don't have any details on this beer. Everything is kept completely top secret. They say the recipe changes every year, so if I get my hands on one in 1 year, I can review that because it'll be different. So it'll be like reviewing a brand new beer, I suppose. Again, there's the conifer, the Arbovitae that I talked about. Let's open it up. Anchor Steam has this kind of wide bottle, so it's a little bit shorter than other bottles are. I love the different styles of bottle. Let's pour into this Chimay glass and see what we have. We have a very dark brown pour. A little bit of a surprise there. The winter warmers that we've been doing lately were a little bit lighter in color, a lighter red color. This is more dark red in the form of brown. Yeah, brown, almost like a porter. It's got a little bit of a frothy head, probably about a quarter of a finger or so. So definitely very thick. Can't see my hand whatsoever. So a lot going on here. Let's get the aroma of Anchor Brewing Company's Our Special Ale. By the way, this comes into us at 6.9% ABV. That is the one bit of information that they do divulge is the ABV. I guess they have to by law. So almost 7%, which is a little bit higher than I think what this is average. Okay, I'm getting a kind of a Belgian double aroma to this. A little dark fruit. Sugar, brown sugar, Not much as far as like a nutmeg or cinnamon kind of smell to it. Maybe a hint of molasses, but I'm definitely getting a very Belgian feel from the aroma. So let's get the taste. Mm. Interesting taste. Let me try this again. Very alcoholic bite to it. Sugary, sweet, molasses, and a little bit of a burnt sensation on the back of the throat, almost like a porterish, but not quite as heavy as a porter, not quite as pronounced, I should say. But a bit on the nutmeg side. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe even not. I don't know. This has a very sharp bite to it. It really does. It has. It tastes like it should have more ABV to it than 6.9%. It actually, to be honest, tastes like it should have at least an 8, maybe 8.5, maybe even 9. Kind of surprised that it doesn't have that high of an ABV. I think this beer would probably be served well paired with food, rather than eating and drinking it, I should say, alone. Um, and it seems like almost like a winter warmer porter hybrid in a way. I'm not really sure what the recipe was. They won't say, so I don't know what's in it. But I'm getting kind of that porter aftertaste, but the front of the tongue, I'm getting a little bit of a sweetness, but an unpronounced sweetness, which is interesting. I can't really pinpoint it. Interesting beer. I'm gonna go ahead and give Anchor our Special Ale 2019. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I like the look of it. Looks like a porter, as I mentioned before. Aroma is very Belgian, double kind of smell to it. And I'm getting a little bit of a sugary taste to it as well. And the porter, I guess, stout kind of aftertaste to it as well. So a decent beer. It's not quite as Christmassy as I would like it. If you're going to have a Christmas beer, make it nutmeg, cinnamon, that kind of thing. But I'm getting a little bit of maybe the nutmeg, but in retrospect, maybe not that much. So decent beer. I wouldn't call it anything to write home about, but decent nonetheless. So our Special Ale 2019 from Anchor Brewing Company, a 7 out of 10.